Alright, hey guys, Fiddle Ferret here, back for another manga first take. So, prison school. Okay, where to begin? So, at first, I never really heard of prison school. Then I saw, seeing a bunch of the crazy promos that were coming out and stuff. But, I don't know, something about it, something about the series just caught my eye, and once I saw these giant, like really nice the editions are huge, they're really nice, they're taller than usual. I love big manga editions like this, and so I really wanted it, $20 edition, but you know, I can find it cheaper than that as long as you look around for it. But anyway, I was excited about it, but I really didn't know where the series was going to take me. So we'll go ahead and start with the overview, and then we'll get to my thoughts on it. So let's go ahead and start, and we'll go ahead and flip through a few of these. And I'm just going to warn you now, I'm going to try to avoid it. I might flip across something that is unsavory to some of you. This, as you can see, got a parental warning. And so, first of all, basically the book starts out. Wow, my gosh, my gosh. So. Book starts off, basic premises, this used to be like an all-girls boarding school, but now it's opened up to boys for the first time in many years, but we only have 3 boys who have taken up the mantle and have joined the ranks of the girls. Now today, let me see if I can find my note thing back. So here it is, we have the main character, Kyoshi, and we also have, let me go back to him so I can actually show you who's who. I don't know why I closed the book for that. So then we have Shinogo, we have Gact. Gact is just a terrifying character. He scares me. Gact gives me nightmares. We have Joe, who's the creepy coughing guy that you can never see his face. And we have Andre, the very weirdly shaped large man. And so, all of these boys are very awkward. They all seem really rather weird, and any of them really know how to talk to girls. And so the girls hate them because they're boys, but also because there's another reason you find out later on. And so basically, but one of the first things that happens is, in class, our main character Kyoshi actually finds something in common with a girl through sumo wrestling, and they start talking to each other, and they kind of have this like come to Jesus moment of, oh, you know, revelation of friendship, and oh my gosh, I talked to a girl. And so that night the other boys come up with the marvelous plan of peeping on the girls. And so long story short, it comes to possibly peeping on the friend he just made. Does he dare do it? That face though. And so lots of things like this that make prison school rather unique is just how creepy some of the boys are. We'll skip over that page there. So anyway, they have a plan to get the cell phone drops in, hilarity ensues, and basically, long story short, some weird things happen. Oh, they're all naked now. Lots of naked going on in this series. So long story short, the boys end up getting caught by what is called the Shadow Council, if I remember correctly. And so this is like a group run by the girls, and there's actually like a prison at this school, and basically the boys end up getting put into prison. And so they end up getting the crap beat out of them, and they're forced to do labor, and they're kept away from the girls for the majority of the time. And so some interesting things happen with that. But anyway, if they try to escape, they learn that, you know, they will be sitting there for like another month or 2 months or something like that. And so they aren't allowed to try to escape. But some interesting things start to happen with, like, this young woman here is a bit of a, I don't know, narcissist. She likes to beat on the others, but then you find out that the boys may not mind it so much, at least some of the really creepy ones. So some stuff goes on there. Okay. So see, that's okay. There's nothing there to show. And so basically now he can't make it to the sumo thing because with his girl that he met, because he's going to be in prison technically. He's not allowed to leave. But also, he's supposed to be allowed to leave, but some stuff happens with that. I'm trying to just give you a basic overview without spoiling too much here. So we find out that this girl here is like I should really remember her name. What was her name again? This is Hana. Is that Hana? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, she ends up also being a crazy ass bitch. And so, the interesting thing with Hana is, the poor main character, Kyoshi, ends up running across Kiana in a very compromising position in the woods. I won't flip to the next page because I believe I remember what that page is. And so that starts her obsession. He sees her pee in the woods, and so it starts her obsession with having to return the favor. She wants to see him pee, which is just the ridiculous thing I would have expected from this book. And so hilarity ensues with that as well. But anyway, in the end, it's a big thing about possibly trying to plan an escape for reasons. Okay. So obviously lots of art like this, lots of things like that, and lots of just over the top, creepy guys, creepy things, and just the faces and poop and peeing and all those kind of things that happen in Prison School. So, Prison School. Prison School is one of those books that leaves you with the what the F did I just read feelings after you've read it. And so, but at the same time, there's this sick pleasure and humor you also get after you've read the book. And so, when Prison School first started, when I first started reading it, I really actually wasn't sure if I was going to like it, which made me pretty disappointed. The whole peeping first arc is a little dumb. I thought it's got its humor, but it wasn't humor that was completely grabbing me. I found it's almost one of those things that makes you cringe a little bit when you're reading it. It's almost just cringe-worthy enough where it's like, oh, I already know where this is going, and this is just almost too dumb. But once it goes on, and the ridiculousness just keeps compounding. Another character I didn't even preview while I was looking at this is like the headmaster of the school, which is this perverted guy who is the father of the president of the Shadow Council. And so lots of just ridiculous things between the boys getting them like beat the crap out of them, between the girls having their own interesting problems. And so the humor is a particular kind of humor, but at the same time it was a humor that I not necessarily got used to, but started to appreciate the more I started to read. It doesn't pretend to be anything it's not. Prison School is an over-the-top, in-your-face, sexualized book that just, lots of big old biddies and lots of questionable scenes, even the shower scene, which many of you might have already seen. I believe episode 3 of the anime has aired, and so if you guys know what I'm talking about, that scene is just hilarious, the shower scene, which just made it all the more funny because they are technically part of a prison right now. So anyway, guys, I gotta recommend it. I gotta recommend Prison School. It's over the top, it's ridiculous. Just know it's raunchy, it is out there, it's gross sometimes. Poop jokes, pee jokes, everything is on the table for Prison School. But anyway, guys, I've been Fiddle Ferret, and if you like this video, please go ahead and leave a like on it. I would greatly appreciate it, and go ahead and leave a comment below on what you think of the series, or if you're going to pick it up yourself. Anyway, guys, go ahead and feel free to subscribe if you want to join the business, because the group of ferrets is called a business, so I'd love for you to be a part of the business today, to keep up on all of my manga first impressions, figure unboxings, and all that stuff the like. But anyway, guys, I've been Fiddle Ferret, and I'll see you back on the prowl next time. Bye-bye!